You know, I wasn't even gonna actually bring this whole thing up, but honestly, I just feel like I should, just mainly because it's all in my timeline, and you know how I am. If I see something on my timeline that pretty much annoys me, then I probably will talk about it. And it's not even annoying to like a point where it's like, if it's a slight bit of importance to kind of correct things that is wrong out here, it's more like, can you people shut the hell up? That's literally how it feels to me at this damn point. Between the content creators feeling fake as hell, between people kind of just doing shit for clout purposes, between people having really stupid ass takes just because they want to have a stupid ass take and not really think for 5 seconds, just because they feel like they're on the opposite side of the fence because they're a different gender or they're from a different part of the place of the world or whatever. To be honest, it's kind of a little drawn out and honestly really damn stupid when it comes down to it. So I'll just go ahead and say something about Shondo and Bao's takes recently. They're both stupid. Let's just keep it very much a stack. Both of the takes are stupid. Do I think they're stupid people entirely? No, not really. And to keep it very much a stack, I shouldn't have to preface this just because if I want to call people stupid, I should be able to call them stupid. So that's just how it is. But ultimately, that's just how it is. Val had a stupid ass take, so did Shondo, and that's just how it is. You make stupid steaks. Absolutely, I'm hungry. But you make stupid mistakes, and that's just how it is. So let's just keep it very much that. That's not what I really want to talk about. I really want to talk about the whole battle between men and women, like it's basically the rich and poor Minecraft movie edition. And that's just essentially what it is, right? Like, I'm gonna keep it very much a stack. When it comes down to popular female streamers, popular female personalities, when it comes down to it, you literally have nothing to worry about. You literally have almost nothing to worry about, at least in the States, right? Because ultimately, I feel like anywhere else there might be a bit of worry, right? Mexico, like, have you not seen some of the crazy shit that happens in Mexico with certain female personalities? Like the last couple of ones, TikTok stars, whatever, they got bodied in Mexico. Like, I don't know if you guys have heard about some of that stuff or seen it, but definitely it's messed up over there. Then at the very same time, sometimes when you go to Japan, you get people that is just like telling you to do some things to yourself, which certain people do oftentimes just straight up do, because that's just how brutal it is over there in Japan. But in the States, it's usually a battle of literally people, and in the end results just usually being no consequence. Like, I absolutely understand men can be some absolute weirdos when it comes down to it, absolute pieces of shit, and just not necessarily know exactly how to basically be respectful towards anything outside of being respectful to the dirt, because that's essentially what they are. But so are women. Women love eating that dirt as well, at least the ones that be more on the head ass side of things too, right? Which is basically most fake ass content creators that's at the top that lives in the state of California. Obviously, am I saying that all women are ass? No, of course not. There's some very lovely ladies that is very much out there that still has their sense of self, that hasn't sold out like half of these content creators have. And when it comes down to it, there's some very lovely ladies that watches this channel. Why do you watch me? I got no damn clue. But I thank you for being here all the damn same. But when it comes down to it though, I'll just keep it very much a stack. Men, just as much as, you know, women fear men, men also fear the shit out of women. And I find it very dumb and very stupid how a lot of women do not understand how did this be a thing. Because literally, a lot of you guys are absolutely unapproachable. Now, I see comments a lot of times in my Discord where people will go about and say that they don't want to necessarily be in a relationship with anybody just because of how wild and stupid and crazy women can actually be, and that's just how it is, right? And at first, I didn't really get it, you know, and I still don't necessarily fully get it, but I understand it now. For me personally, I still want my Asian queen, still want to have some kids in the future, and ultimately get old with them together and die together. That's basically where my brain is when it comes down to a relationship. Like, if I ever actually wanted to be with somebody for real that meets all the standards that I would like to see, at least even the base standards of what I'm looking for, then I'm not effing around here. Like, we're gonna stick together through thick and thin, through darker and darker times, or whatever the hell ends up being the case, and we're gonna just basically be chill together, right? As long as we have our faith in the Lord, we'll be fine. But ultimately, there's a lot of hoe-ass women that's out there, and basically they don't have faith in anything but themselves, which ultimately don't really mean much in the long run of things. right? The reason why guys are ultimately scared of women a lot of the time is because women can just move on like it ain't nothing. Like, I know this is a bit of spoilers for the Dispatch game, but you can literally choose to be with Blonde Blazer, and when I realistically look at Blonde Blazer, as fine as she is, as much of a valid option as she is, she's also a successful woman. She's a successful woman that has basically everything she could ever really want. So if you're some random ass guy that comes into a relationship like that, what the hell do you even offer? What the hell can you really provide that's not really a dick going inside her hole? That's really the only thing that you can really offer to people like that, to women like that. And while we haven't seen Blonde Blazer do anything crazy or do anything weird and whatever, essentially that is essentially a lot of different relationships. If you go in with someone that's already successful and they have everything they possibly could have, what the hell do you even offer? Like, that's just ultimately how it is. That'd be like, in just for an example, if I were to get in a relationship with Project Melody or something like that, which will probably not happen at all, but you know, it's also nice to just dream. But when it comes down to it, like, let's just say that ends up happening. What the hell do my current ass self even offer when it comes down to it? I can put my dick in her hole, but that's literally about it. That's quite literally all I got. I can care for her and actually do what I need to do as a guy, but that's literally about it. And ultimately, she could just kick me to the curb, or anybody like this to the curb, and not necessarily think too much about it, while the guy basically suffers out and, you know, kind of has to deal with the depression and shit, while the woman just kind of moves on and do whatever the hell has to happen. Like, that's just ultimately how it is in a lot of damn cases. So yeah, guys don't necessarily want to interact with women, and it's understandable. So you can just kick people to the curb without necessarily having a second thought, only for you to realize it maybe years later when it's way too damn late and no one effing cares. And that's just basically kind of how it is, right? That's basically how the VTuber space often treats a lot of male personalities that tries to be in that space. Now, while I never faced any sort of female rap bash or anything like that towards, you know, me wanting to jump into the VTuber space as well back then, ultimately I've seen it with a lot of different guys. I've seen it with a lot of different small creators, and it's just a shitty ass time. The fact that also women love to just be dick riding each other when it comes down to raising hell just constantly throughout, back and forth, back and forth, and back and forth, just because, it's kind of wild. Like, how many sort of situations have we seen on a daily basis that the VTuber space is just a hellscape of just straight pure drama when it comes down to it? Pure white meat, as Booker T would say. Essentially, it's daily. It's a daily ass occurrence, like Sonic needing to collect some damn rings. That's just how it is. Like, how many situations have we basically ran into at this point where it's just a woman doing some woman ass things and it ends up being a terrible time? Like, one woman basically shitting on another VTuber, and that basically has a lolly model, and that's just how they are, and they just said F that person and try to bully them in whatever shape and form possible. Then at the very same time, you got people trying to steal other people's men and other people's girls in different relationships for some dumbass reason, and then no one gets any sort of repercussions from it. Then at the very same time, you also get situations where women like to use their audience a lot of the time, mostly men, and then try to finesse them out their money and all that sort of stuff, and try to make them feel bad and things like that, or try to fool them on thinking that they actually get a chance to go out with them or something like that, and it ends up not necessarily being much of anything outside of you forking over extra bits of cash that instead you shifting over to them, you could be shifting over to me so I can eat something next month. So that's just how it is. Oftentimes there is just a lot of tons of bullshit that happens within, you know, the VTuber space where women are involved and there is no male in sight. There is tons of things, right? I think Family Guy did a very good job of that in one episode where basically all the guys were the only people in the world kind of around, and the guys kind of had a chill time until they decided to try to take out Brian and whatever, and that's just really just how it was. But then when we look at the females and the different characters' brain when it comes down to the, you know, women's side of things, essentially they started boxing before they even ask questions of who even are you. I think that's a pretty understandable, at least a little bit at times, like what we kind of deal with on a somewhat decent side of this whole conversation. Again, not all women are like this. Not all men are like this when it comes down to it, right? But honestly, I will honestly be real with you, or at least what it feels like. It feels like a lot of times guys do at least put their true feelings forward or put their true selves forward even a slight bit more than what a female companion can actually do and a female partner would actually, be, right? Because a lot of times, again, they could just bounce off and be like, all right, that relationship sucks, drink me some wine, and now I'm just a suburban housewife, and oh yeah, I can actually move on and do my own thing. And that's just kind of what it feels like half the time. But like I said before, not all women are terrible. I have some personal female friends that I actually have talking to, whether it's in the past or whether it's in the current timeline of things, that are pretty chill individuals that honestly should be supported in a lot of different ways and really should have the world the way they need it to, because that's just how they are. But then at the same time, you also got some men that's also the very same damn way, right? It just feels like the only way in a female dominated space, or just in a female space in general, is that if you're going to win as a guy, you have to be basically like that one dude from, what's that VTuber company that starts with an N? Nishijo Sanji. Oh my gosh, I almost said Nishan. Yeah, that VTuber corporation, Nishan. But yeah, essentially, unless you're like that one red devil dude that's at Nishijo, I just forgot the damn name. Niji Sanji. Unless you're gonna be that one guy for Niji Sanji with the whole charisma and the air of, like, I guess, like, I don't know, pretty boy mentality. That's kind of like the only way you're gonna actually win if you like feminize yourself, which is also another thing too. Like, femboys, you have an easy time. You're basically gonna win because you also have that, you lean into that feminine side of things, and not really many of them is gonna, question you. This is where also the battle of sexuality kind of comes in a little bit too, because if you're gay, kind of get passed, and that just kind of how it's been for years at this point. But when it comes down to it though, if you're just someone basic and boring and broke as hell like myself, you basically stand no chance. But also at the same time, do I really feel like giving a damn about what you think? Like, I like ass, I like titties, I like vagina, I like all that sort of stuff. I like women in general, and that's just how it is, right? No necessarily need for pizzazz or any sort of charisma like that. If a fine ass woman like to come through my way, like to take care of my broke ass, or at least we could try to take care of each other, then please do come my way. Absolutely, DMs is open. But when it comes down to it though, that's not really going to be appealing for a lot of women, or at least not a lot of women are going to sit here trying to take care of a broke ass dude like my damn self. There is some, and for those that are into that, please again come my way. The DMs is open. But when it comes down to it though, it's not really a lot that is gonna happen when it comes down to that sort of route. That just isn't a thing that's gonna be a common thing. Granted, for the most reasons, I got no reasons to betray anybody. I'll treat you right. I'll actually try to do what I can to take care of you in whatever physical way possible, and that's just ultimately how it is. You're gonna have to take care of the financial side of things, but it's gonna be pretty alright though. I mean, it's gonna be a good time. But yeah, this is really, I feel like, all because of the whole Imaru situation and what's been going on and what's been being revealed and stuff like that, whatever. That, again, like I said before in the fake content creator videos, really doesn't make a lot of sense. And now that I heard more details about it, it really super doesn't make sense. Like, if the whole thing about using plushies, from what I understand, as like a weapon to actually like stop whatever assaults, whatever is happening, or whatever is actually like a real thing, if that's not actually like a joke and actually a real thing she tried, oh, I am super convinced none of you people in California can fight. I am super serious, right? Like, is that really all it takes? It seems like it sounded like Goku when he was at the Cell Games in the abridged version, just explaining the fight of what happened with Chi Chi back in Dragon Ball, just being like, it wasn't really all that much. She kind of went down in one hit, all it took, and she just went down. Then we had a family. I put a baby in her, and now she just cooks my food for lunch, morning, and dinner, and that's just kind of how it is. So it just feels like that. So if that's really like an actual serious thing, oh my gosh, literally get some training, start working out, do something. My gosh, get you some pepper spray like I said before, or anything like that. If this is even a real situation, it's just like, do something. My gosh, learn how to fight. Throw a punch. It started making me sound like Foamy the Squirrel. And if I remember Foamy the Squirrel, like that old channel, like it reminds me when he was talking about how to deal with bullies in school, which obviously you should not take the advice of at all. But when it comes down to it though, he was just like, I don't mean throw a punch. I mean throw a effing chair, throw a desk, throw anything that's not basically nailed down to the floor and just throw it at your bully. that's literally how I feel at this point. Just do something, anything at this point. Stop looking stupid. Just do something. If someone's insulting you and they're basically on some weird time and trying to touch up on you and you don't necessarily like that, and if they keep going, beat their ass. Do some WWE moves. Throw a steel chair if you got to. Pull some Rhea Ripley bullshit. Like, do something. My gosh, y'all suck. I kind of need to get that out. I'm feeling a bit frustrated. High key. That's just how it is. But anyway, my point still stands. Women, literally, you all suck. We all suck as people. Men also suck as people. But there is good women that's out there. There's also good men that is out there that wouldn't do shit like, you know, anything that is to take advantage of people and stuff like that. Everybody sucks ass. We all suck the dick of life, and that's just kind of ultimately how it is. But then there's some people that will get off their knees and be like, no, I had enough. And then we basically start doing the good and right thing. That is what a good amount of people should honestly try to aim for. To not suck the dick of life. Because that's essentially what we've seen a lot on the internet. There is some very good, very strong, and very fortunate and great women that is out there. Women that I very much look forward to seeing at some point in time if this channel actually, you know, blows up and do what needs to be done when it comes down to it. The same way I look forward to seeing some great men that is also out there that is making shit move and having emotion. And I would also look forward to, you know, meeting if this channel does very damn well in the future. There is also a lot of things that I would like to do and see with relative people that is of both genders when it comes down to it. There are still fantastic individuals that exist out there, but ultimately not everybody is like that. Not everybody is going to be that way. And yes, you should be protecting yourself. Yes, whether you are men or you basically are women and basically just the entirety of a human being entirely, obviously protect yourself the best way you can, but also at the same time, don't be so damn scared to let people in. That's one thing I feel like a lot of guys need to really understand. It's just that fact that, yeah, women can be on some hoe ass shit, so can guys, but don't let that shit sit there and stop you when it comes down to it. You're thinking because, you know, women can be on that type of time and you think that's gonna stop me from wanting to get some ass? Capery, Capitano, Capadin, Capado, like absolute cap when it comes down to it. If I want a fine ass woman that look like Malwika or a fine ass chick that look like Colabina in real life, I'm going to pursue. That is just how it is. And if I fail in my pursuit, then oh damn well. Then when it comes down to it, we'll just try again. Or at least that's my damn mentality. I get it. Again, a lot of people are scared. There's a lot of things a woman can do to guys, and I don't blame you for feeling that way. But I'm not gonna sit here and just stop or trying to be on some, you know, some time where it's impossible. That's just not me. I'm very stubborn at the end of the day. I'm a stubborn ass individual, and I like to do other things that is out of spite and sometimes be petty. But when it comes down to it, I am not a damn quitter. I would think that will be pretty damn apparent considering that this channel is still something I work on 6 years on. So that's just how it is for me. But ultimately though, that is really all I guess I have to say for this one. Just again, no matter what the hell the circumstance is, no matter what the hell is going on, realize that everybody kind of sucks ass. Everybody is a bit stupid when it comes down to it. But ultimately, don't let that shit basically define you. Don't let that shit basically stop you. Just because some popular ass VTuber said men are trash, you know, you're supposed to believe that? You're supposed to go and follow into that footstep? Nah. If I'm trash, I'm gonna be trash with the homies. I'm gonna be trash with my future woman that gets on the right side of me, right? I'm gonna be trash and have my future kids as well. We're gonna be some trash ass men, but we still gonna pursue what the hell we're gonna pursue, and that's just ultimately how it is. F anybody else that think otherwise, and that's really all there is to it. So yeah, guys, women that are also scared, men that are scared as well, don't give up. Do not give up. Do not let stupid ass takes like vows, taking Shondos, taking things like that and whatever. Don't let that basically torment you and hold you down. Just kick ass and keep doing what you're supposed to do. And that's just how it is. That's literally how it is. But yeah, that's again all I really want to say for this one. So hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification on your way out. Also on the socials, and if you'd like to donate to the channel, Kofi and Cash App is available as well. Again, the food stamp bullshit is bullshit, so help out. And if you donate to the Kofi, please do. And it'll just be a great time. It'll be actually be helpful to eat something next month. But yeah, until then, Boy J, signing off. Have a blessed day.